Welcome back to Sport on 7. This week from the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship and the national course. Well, is there a clubhouse that looks better than that anywhere in the world? It's quite magnificent, isn't it? You can get me on Twitter, by the way, at Tom Bushell UAE, and also my column each week in Time Out Dubai as well. And this week we're here because it is the start for so many players of the European Tour, the Race to Dubai 2013. This championship itself, Martin Keimer has won it 3 times. The German, the former world number 1, really successful here in the capital. But also Robert Rock won it last time, and the other Englishman to win it twice, Paul Casey. I've been catching up with him, the former world number 3, to discuss his future plans and, of course, to talk about the Ryder Cup in 2014 as well. Casey, thanks so much for joining me. Obviously back in Abu Dhabi, and it's a place where you've won 2 times before. What do you love about this golf course?
Ooh, I love a lot of things about this golf course, and it's become a lot tougher over the years since I first came here. It's clearly a golf course that suits my game. It's built for really long hitters of the golf ball, bombers of the golf ball, as we sort of call them. You've got to be straight this week. The rough is up. But also I love this place off the golf course. Abu Dhabi is a place I feel very, very comfortable in. I feel comfortable in the Middle East. And that's important. I think that goes a long way. The guys who always play well out in this region are guys who enjoy the culture. The hospitality is always second to none. The hotels, the people, the things we get to see and do. That's all part of it. So that's the reason I play well out here, and I'm looking forward to getting those feelings back in another good week this week.
Obviously, if we take out Chris DeMarco, the first ever winner here in Abu Dhabi, we have 3 English winners, and a German has won it 3 times as well. So there's a bit of a competition there at the moment. Do you think, hopefully, the English can win again this week and, of course, be beating the Germans 4-3?
Yeah, you know the rivalry. He's not bad for a sort of a bit of a one-man army, really, Martin Keimer. He's very good with 3 victories round here. I'm surprised they didn't give him the Falcon Trophy to keep. I would dearly love to match his record of 3. That's quite exceptional golf. Anytime you win a tournament multiple times is an unbelievable achievement. 3 times is exceptional.
And talking of that number 3, of course, you were once world number 3. And what will it take for you to get back to that spot? Obviously winning tournaments, but for you mentally, physically, are you in the right place to really make a good push for it again? I
am in the right place. And the last 2-3 years have been tough with injuries. There was no snowboarding this off-season. Unfortunately, Mr. Jimenez did go skiing and unfortunately broke a shin bone, and he's going to be out for a while. So I wish him a speedy recovery, because I know he'll be missed in the Middle East. He's loved out here. But I'm very much in a great place. I've worked hard on the golf game in the off-season, but it is a case of putting everything in place, because this is a very difficult game to play if you have distractions or you have injuries. You get found out on that golf course. There's nowhere to hide. There's no team to back you up. You can't be substituted. You don't get paid if you don't play good golf. So it's I feel really good about the position I'm in right now. And sure, I'm a little bit rusty, but everybody is. We're starting off the season. Not having played a whole lot of golf. I was down in South Africa last week. I'll need to chip that rust off as quick as I can, because we've got an unbelievable field this week. But I'm really looking forward to the whole season. And to get that season going in the right direction, there's no better place to start it than right here.
And just a final word on golf in this region. All 3 golf clubs in Abu Dhabi are fantastic. Obviously the championship is here at the national course, but I know you've played all 3. How do you sum them all up, and which one plays the toughest for you?
Wow. In a tournament setup, this is really difficult. I've never played Saadiyat or Yas Links in a tournament setup. So it'd be interesting to see, obviously, when the pins are tucked in the corners and the rough is grown up, they could be beasts. Maybe they could be tougher than the national. They're all very, very different. Saadiyat is spectacular. The way it winds around the fantastic St Regis Hotel down on Saadiyat Island is tremendous, with the waves lapping up in the Gulf there. Very special golf course. Yas, I love. What a little gem. It's tucked away there just behind the racetrack, and it creates that feeling of being on a links course in Scotland. Carl Phillips, who designed it, is a masterful architect. And to me, that really is something unique, because there is no real links course in the Middle East that I can think of that springs to mind. And what he created there is something very special. So I don't really want to pick a favourite. Yas may be the one that would scare me the most if it was set up in a tournament conditions with the way the wind blows. But I'm very happy that we stay at the National right now.
Wish you the best of luck for this weekend.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Thanks to Paul Casey for his time there. So at these big golf tournaments, it's not just about the golfers that are here. You also bump into some former sporting legends as well. Tim Henman, a former British #1 tennis player, was here to watch the action, and I caught up with him, as well as Gavin Hastings, the former Scotland and Lions rugby legend. Another superstar here at the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship. Gavin Hastings, 61 caps for Scotland, 6 for the Lions on 2 tours. Thank you for joining me, Gavin.
Delighted to be here.
Fantastic weekend, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's terrific. And you know, what I think HSBC have done so well is that they're just, you know, we're seeing Tim Henman in the background here playing tennis, and they're showcasing all the different sports that they're involved in. And you know, I just think it's great fun. There's something here for everyone, really. The giants of golf are here, but then here in the sort of play zone, the sport zone, you can try tennis, you can do my sport of rugby, and really is fantastic. So, you know, I would encourage everyone to come down and watch it.
I remember the last time we spoke was at the Dubai Rugby Sevens in December there. How do you compare the 2 tournaments? Obviously 2 very different sports, but in terms of atmospheres, they're both fantastic, aren't they?
Well, there's no question about that. And, you know, I'm in a very lucky position that, you know, I both love golf and I love rugby, and I think that the rugby is very, very competitive in the sense that it's all action for the 2 days of the sevens, and then of course, you know, you've got the rugby, you've got the golf that's a bit more, you know, serene in a way, but you know, these players are all very, very competitive. So, you know, and you can get up close and personal with all the golfers in a way that you can't necessarily with the rugby players. So, you know, I just think they're a great contrast to one another, and it's wonderful for the people here in Abu Dhabi to come and experience.
And how is your golf going? I saw a bit of you in action yesterday with the darts golf game. You topped a few of those balls, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And I'll put my hand up and say guilty as charged, Your Honour. But today will be a very different occasion. At least we get a chance to hit our own ball, and you know, that's what I'm more used to doing without having the pressure of this little dinky shot, which I'm not very good at.
I mean, for you, who do you love playing in the world of golf? Obviously, we really do have the world's best here. Tiger, Rory, Justin Rose, Duffner. I mean, everyone's here, but who do you love watching?
Well, I mean, all these guys, I think the top golfers in their own way are absolutely magnificent. I think Rory has brought a new dimension to the game after Tiger really ruling the roost for a great number of years, and Rory's taken up the mantle. There's so many young, talented players. Manasero is here. He's only 19 years of age. What a talent he is. Ishikawa from Japan. You know, sport is become a young person's game, and you know, golf is no different to that. So you're seeing these guys like Rory's really forging ahead at age 23, and it's just extraordinary. So I know a guy like me, I just sort of marvel at the talent that youth brings, both ladies and men's.
Well, I won't keep you too long. Go and enjoy the golf and the Tim Henman masterclass going on behind us. Thank you so much for joining us, Gavin.
Pleasure. Delighted to be here.
Great stuff. Enjoy the weekend. And talking of Tim Henman, we caught up with him in this village earlier on. Well, it's funny who you bump into here at the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championships. Of course, former British #1 tennis player Tim Henman. Thank you for joining us on Sport on 7 this week, and it's a great weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. I left London on Monday, and there was about 2 inches of snow on the ground, so it's pretty nice to come here back to Abu Dhabi and be at the HSBC event, and looking forward to the whole weekend.
Now, this weekend, I know you're a big golf fan as well, but how's your game going at the moment? Obviously, no Pro-Am appearance for you, but you're still obviously playing a lot.
We are playing in the Pro-Am. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting out there today, and as I said, you know, it's been pretty wet and miserable back home for the last 6 weeks. I haven't played much golf, and so it'll be great to hit some balls, and playing with Jeev Milka Singh today. So it'll be good to watch how it's done properly.
He'll be in high spirits because, of course, he played a big part in winning the Royal Trophy in Brunei a few weeks ago for the Asian team. So that'll be a fantastic pairing for you. And how is your game at the moment? Going well?
Well, yeah. It's I mean, I've always been a bit of a golf addict. I think I started playing when I was pretty young, and even when I was still playing tennis, I like to you know, try and get out and have the odd round when I could. And now that I don't play tennis, I've been playing a lot more. So and it's great to come to. You know, I go to a few golf tournaments throughout the year, and this HSBC event is fantastic. I think sport in this region has really, come alive in the last 10 or 15 years, and I was lucky enough to play in Doha and in Dubai in the tennis events that they have there, and it's great to be back here and watch the best golfers in the world.
Talking, of course, of the best golfers in the world, and this tournament is, as you say, such a big one on the calendar. But for you, what tournaments do you love watching at the moment? There's so many great events, isn't there?
Yeah, there are, and so many great golfers. The coverage is fantastic, and so I watch it all. The highlights, I think, are always going to be the majors. I love watching the Masters. I was lucky enough to play at Augusta a couple of years ago, to have seen the course in the flesh, and then watch on TV. It's brilliant. And then I obviously love the Open Championships here. So there's plenty to choose from.
And just a note on tennis as well. Big year for Andy Murray in 2012, but can he push on in 2013 with that new confidence and really become that force he wants to be?
Yeah, most definitely. I think the confidence that he got from 2012. Winning the Olympics and then getting his first Grand Slam in New York was a huge stepping stone for him, and I think there's no reason why he can't have a bigger and better 2013.
Great stuff. Thank you, Tim,
Okay.
and enjoyed your time.
Thank you.
Thanks to Tim and Gavin for spending the time with me on Sport on 7 this week. We're coming from the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship, and even though there's been a major golf championship here over the last few days, we must talk about the UAE win in Bahrain at the Golf Cup of Nations, their first win since 2007. I speak to Sport 360's Chris McCarty next about exciting times for UAE football.